Hi there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. Margaret Josephs is once again stirring the pot, claiming that Luis Ruelas has manipulated Teresa Giudice into hating her. But this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the drama unfolding between the real housewives. From Frank and Dolores Catania's complicated relationship to Tamra Judge's bombshell revelation about Danielle Cabral, the chaos never seems to end. Melissa Gorga's reaction only adds fuel to the fire, and things take an even messier turn when Tamra herself faces accusations of attempting to get Bravo celebrities and bloggers fired. Buckle up for a deep dive into the scandals rocking the Housewives universe. Margaret Josephs unleashes at the reunion. First up, Margaret Josephs didn't hold back at the reunion, where she accused Teresa Giudice of being manipulated by her husband, Luis Ruelas. Margaret speculated that Luis was the reason behind Teresa's growing resentment towards her, especially considering the rumors swirling around Luis's past. Teresa has long accused Margaret of digging into Luis's personal life, even alleging that Margaret met with his ex, Vanessa Reiser. However, in a surprising twist, Teresa forgave Jackie Goldschneider for doing something similar, leaving Margaret in the crosshairs. Margaret opened up about how Luis and Teresa's anger had impacted her, stating, "I hope Margaret and her family go through what I've gone through," paraphrasing what Teresa said at one point. According to Margaret, Teresa even implied that she couldn't wait for the world to see what a liar Margaret was. The intensity of Teresa's feelings toward Margaret was palpable. In response, Margaret admitted she had indeed spoken with Luis's ex, Vanessa, but downplayed the significance of it. "I never really had a full conversation with her before I met Luis," Margaret explained. "We had exchanged a few direct messages, but that was the extent of it." Despite Teresa's accusations, Margaret maintained that her communication with Vanessa wasn't a major issue. Luis Ruelas's role in Teresa's life has been a point of contention throughout the season. Margaret didn't shy away from expressing her concerns about Luis's influence on Teresa, noting that her once close relationships, including with her brother Joe Gorga and longtime friend Dina Manzo, had become strained. Margaret believes that Luis's control is driving a wedge between Teresa and the people who once mattered most to her, creating rifts that only seem to be deepening. Margaret didn't stop there, drawing a comparison between Teresa's two husbands. She admitted that while Joe Giudice had his flaws, she found him less toxic than Luis. "Teresa has a very dark, toxic husband," Margaret stated. She speculated that Teresa was unable or unwilling to see what was happening, saying, "She's not processing this in the right way." Frank and Dolores, the unbreakable bond. Moving on to another housewife. Dolores Catania and her ex-husband Frank Catania have redefined what it means to co-parent and maintain a friendship after divorce. Despite their separation, the two have remained inseparable, and their bond has left fans both puzzled and inspired. Although they admit they are better off as friends, Dolores and Frank acknowledge they are soulmates in a sense. Dolores is currently in a relationship with Paul Connell, while Frank is engaged to Brittany Matthews. Interestingly, Frank even polished his proposal to Brittany in front of their children, demonstrating the unique dynamics between Dolores and Frank. Their relationship offers a refreshing change from the usual drama on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, RHONJ, as they have managed to move past old wounds, including Frank's infidelity during Dolores's pregnancy. Dolores and Frank's bond remains strong, even as they move forward with new partners. Their quirky relationship proves that maintaining a deep connection after divorce is possible, and it sets them apart from the typical cast drama on RHONJ. Their story highlights the potential for healing and growth, making them relationship goals for viewers. Tamra Judge drops a bombshell about Danielle Cabral. One of the most shocking moments in recent episodes came when Tamra Judge revealed a wild allegation on the Two T's in a podcast. Tamra claimed that Danielle Cabral allegedly attacked her brother's wife, which could explain the awkwardness in their relationship. This accusation came after Melissa Gorga had already discussed Danielle's ongoing family drama during season 13 of RHONJ. Throughout the season, Danielle hinted that her fallout with her brother stemmed from a social media block, but she also suggested that her sister-in-law played a part. On the podcast, co-host Teddy Mellencamp expressed frustration over the lack of clarity around Danielle's family situation, asking for more details or for the drama to be dropped entirely. Melissa admitted that she, too, found the situation confusing, acknowledging that there are always two sides to every story. Tamra then shared that someone had reached out to her, claiming that Danielle's issues with her brother stemmed from a physical altercation between Danielle and her sister-in-law. Though Tamra clarified that she couldn't confirm the validity of the claim, it left Melissa in shock, stating she had never heard anything like it. Tamra faces backlash in another scandal. Tamra Judge, once a fan favorite on The Real Housewives of Orange County, is now facing backlash after being accused of trying to get fellow housewives and even bloggers fired. Journalist and Bravo commentator Kiki Monique stirred the pot when she claimed that Tamra attempted to have her removed from her Bravo-related gigs. Kiki shared her story on the Shenanigans podcast, explaining that Tamra had accused her of making disparaging remarks about her and Alexis Bellino on Radio Andy. Despite Kiki's denial and clarification that she wasn't the host involved, Tamra reportedly didn't believe her. According to Kiki, the situation escalated when Tamra sent her multiple direct messages, ultimately threatening that she had contacted Bravo's Andy Cohen about the issue. Shocked by Tamra's behavior, Kiki felt that the reality star was attempting to sabotage her career. Tamra has denied the accusations, insisting that she never tried to get Kiki fired. However, several of her co-stars seem to support Kiki's story. Vicky Gunvalson, a former cast member, commented on social media, calling Tamra's actions typical. Current co-star Jennifer Pedranti also weighed in, revealing that Tamra allegedly tried to have her fired from the show as well. Jennifer further commented on Twitter, stating that Tamra often plays the victim when others criticize her but is quick to attack others on social media. The fallout drama between Tamra and her co-stars has spilled over into social media, with Tamra firing back in private messages. Despite the mounting accusations, Tamra continues to deny any wrongdoing. However, it's clear that her relationships within the RHOC cast are more strained than ever. Despite Tamra's denials, the fallout from these accusations continues to ripple through the Real Housewives fanbase and cast. Many viewers are divided on whether to believe Tamra's claims or side with Kiki Monique and the other co-stars who've spoken out. The tension within the RHOC cast, already at an all-time high, is creating fractures that may not be easy to mend. Meanwhile, Margaret Josephs, Dolores Catania, and Teresa Giudice continue to be central figures in the drama on Real Housewives of New Jersey, with each dealing with personal and relational turmoil. Teresa's ongoing feud with her brother Joe Gorga and sister-in-law, Melissa Gorga, remains unresolved. As Margaret navigates her own battles with Teresa, the show is slowly but surely setting the stage for even more intense confrontations and fallout in future episodes. As the Housewives universe spins with scandal and rivalry, The cast members' personal lives increasingly blur with their on-screen personas. The question now is whether these relationships can survive outside of the show, or if the damage done in front of the cameras will leave permanent scars. Tamra's conflicts have raised questions about her future on the show and whether she can repair her damaged relationships. Even as some cast members support her, others seem eager to distance themselves from the drama. Whether Tamra can bounce back from this latest scandal remains to be seen, but her role in the Housewives universe is undoubtedly hanging in the balance.